Performance equals 9/10 fast Snapdragon CPU but only 6 GB RAM. Display equals 8/7 120 Hz is great but screen is washed compared to S10, S20 battery equals 8/8 all-day battery design equals 8/7 flat screen but bezels could be smaller camera equals 9/10 great main cameras, selfie camera is M. This phone is a lot better than expected. Coming from the S10 Plus, I was worried that I would be completely disappointed. The S20 Fe feels premium despite having a plastic back. This is due to its thickness and weight. The plastic feels premium and the Cloud Mint doesn't leave visible fingerprints. The phone has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865. The phone feels very smooth. The 120 Hz refresh rate also adds to the smoothness of the experience. 6 GB of RAM is sufficient for the vast majority of users. My S10 Plus had 8 GB and I felt like I could have an endless amount of apps open. The same could be said with this phone. The cameras are quite good but I do recommend testing out the phone in person. Yes, the 1080p display looks fine. You will not be able to tell the difference unless you get a magnifying glass or put your eye right up to the display. If you are coming from the S8 or an older phone, this phone is worth picking up. Update. I am really satisfied with the performance of the phone. Battery life with the 120 Hz screen is acceptable and can still last the whole day with moderate use. The rear camera is nice but the front-facing camera leaves more to be desired. The performance is definitely there with the Snapdragon 865 and 6 GB of RAM. I used to use a phone with 8 GB of RAM and I don't notice a difference. I always have multiple apps open. My original opinion still stands. There have also been reports of touchscreen issues. This has not affected me. Samsung sent out an update to correct this issue for those who had it. I was waiting for the Pixel 5 which came out the same time. The 5 was $100 more, $699, than Amazon's price of S20 FE of $599 at release. S20 FE now $699 using processing power of a few generations back with smaller battery capacity. This was a no-brainer choice and Google overpriced their flagship. I understand their camera is generally good and updates fast. It's still brand new so time will tell a lot more but the phone is snappy and my Wi-Fi and cell signal are faster than my Honor View 10 that's being replaced. I use T-Mobile and not in a 5G area yet, but one is close by I'll be able to test. I attached a pic of my speed test info on Cell Network. The bottom two similar results are default with 5G enabled in the cellular settings and the top, fastest, results is with the second option of 4G LTE, 3 halves enabled. I thankfully read a post to disable 5G if not in network for one. My old phone would only get 25 download on average so the S20 FE has blown that away even at its worst. I took a photo in an average edge-lit room of some colored items and a pic in a very low light room. Any light coming in is from a room at least 10 feet away. Click link in description for more reviews.